Okay, as you can see behind me, the car is jam-packed full of things. I mean, I don't think we could fit hardly anything else in here. That's what you need to do when you're going on a long journey, and that's what we are doing today. We are starting our first leg of a long journey. Elise and I had a lot of time off of work, and we figured we might as well get to work on some fish. So we are going on a fly fishing journey right now. We are heading to our very first stop, which is on the Stanislaus River. It is 1:40. We thought it was gonna take us like 10 hours to get there because we ran the maps at different times during the day, but it's only gonna take us about 7 hours to get there. So we will get there probably around like 10 o'clock in the morning. All of the rivers that we're going to are going to be new rivers, new areas, places we've never fished before. I'm getting really excited. I mean, leaving this early for a road trip, you know that it's really serious. So Elise is driving first, so I'm probably gonna pass out. Seemed a little bit more necessary when it was a 10-hour drive to have me sleep so I could get it all powered out as well after she did her first leg, but it's only 7 hours, so I think it'll be pretty easy for us. Not too bad at all. Well, we are about 5 minutes away from our location, our first location on our fishing trip, and that is Fraser Flats, which is on the Stanislaus River. Yeah, we've been driving for about 8 hours probably. Hopefully the fishing conditions here are good. Hopefully there's a good stream that flows through our campsite. It looks like there was on the Google Maps. Don't know what to expect. You all will see our campsite in just a couple of minutes, and so will we. Stay tuned. Well, I'd say we got the best spot in the whole place. A lot of spots were taken, but ours is right next to the river. We got a nice big tree, some sidewalk, I guess. Best part is though, the river's right there. It's a fishing opportunity. Wow. Literally just saw something surface. Very still. I am amped. What a beautiful spot. Good choice.
Thank you.
We are on our maiden voyage of the Moonshine Rod Company nymphing rod, which is called the Epiphany. It is a 3-weight, 10-foot, 6-inch fishing rod. Ooh. And boy, am I excited to use it for the first time. There we go. Tighten everything into place. Wow, this rod is just so light. Oh yeah. Well, we are going to be getting this set up, and then we are going to be fishing right next to our campsite. I forgot my tippet at home, but luckily I met someone very kind out there on the water that was getting set up to go fishing, who gave me some of his. Not very unnecessarily kind, but that's what you get from the fly fishing community. I've yet to come across a mean fly fisherman, so And you know, every time you help someone out, you're building a community of people that are going to help someone out along the way. Oof. Now we just got to tie the fly on. We have been seeing a lot of colorful little yellow jackets flying around with their yellow colors just flashing. So we're tying on the classic little yellow hopper imitation here as our indicator fly. That's my favorite fly to use as an indicator fly. As you've probably seen from my fly fishing videos, I pretty much use it all the time. It catches fish, I can tell you that. We're seeing fish eat on the surface over right next to our campsite, and we are seeing lots of yellow bugs. So this is the way to go. Look at that. If I was a fish, I'd eat it. You want to see how close our camping spot is to the water? We'll show you. Here's where we're sleeping, right here. And we're walking. Quick scope of that beautiful, beautiful inlay for the reel of these Moonshine rods. I mean, geez, look at how beautiful that looks. And then look, we're at the river. I just took a second to admire my fishing rod. You know, I loved that minute of looking at my rod, and now we're at the water. Which way is the water flowing? That way? Oof, look at that. That is some clean ass water. The water's moving so slow, it's gonna be kind of difficult to nymph. By the way, these are the first ever casts with the new rod. Whew. Ooh, I saw a fish go towards it. Now I know where he's at. Let's see if we can't get this roll cast right to him. We'll do some false casts over to him. We're right on the reed line on the water, and that's like twice now today that we've seen fish come right out of the reed line. One time when I was just observing, and now one time while we're fishing. And so we just have to try to get that cast right there. Oh, well, that's not what you want to see. I heard some people earlier saying they saw dead fish in the water. This is an absolutely beautiful spot, but the water is just moving a tad bit slow to be nymphing. So you really have to get your fly right in the right spot in order to get that bite. Oh, and the right spot just also happens to be right by the trees. Just hitting a couple of these really slow drifts right here, up close to the reeds to see if we can't entice anything to come out. Also, just having fun using the new rod. I mean, geez, I could not catch anything all day and still be having a great time. Like, I'm just enjoying the way it feels. Getting those nice roll casts in with the really light heaviness on this rod. Light heaviness. Sure, I'm sure that's the thing. Don't you hate that? You have high hopes for a spot you're casting into, and then you ruin it. A stupid cast. Fish on. Oh, snapped me off.
No.
Well, I was putting way too much force on the line there because my rod was way too long. That was a good fish.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to just catch him with the net. He's my fish, I lost him. Oh, he knows I'm coming. He senses me. Oh, he darted so fast. Wow, that was impossible. What a fast fish. First ever fish on the new Moonshine Rod Company rod. It's gonna be a beautiful rainbow trout. Oh, don't want to lose him before I hold him up to the camera. First of all, we'll get a picture of him in that net there. Beautiful, nice medium rainbow trout. Probably one of my better sized rainbow trouts I've ever caught, actually. Look at those spots on top of him. Beautiful fish. All right, we'll hold him up real quick for a picture. See if he'll let us do that. Oh, chill out, buddy. You want to make sure your hands are wet. Oh, well, that's why you want to make sure your hands are wet, so that they can just slip right out of your hands, because you do not want to take away the natural slime off of those trout. They need those to survive and make it through these rough waters, even though it's pretty chill here. But you got to make sure your hands are wet before you touch them. We caught that guy on a little nymphing fly. A little brown nymphing fly with a tail connected to our classic yellow hopper imitation, and just fishing a small pool where I just caught a slightly bigger rainbow trout, and I just kept hitting the same pool over and over again, which, you know, is not quite recommended by me. You don't want to scare those fish away, but I only hit it like maybe 10 times before I caught that fish after I lost the other one. So there's plenty of fish here, and I'm glad to have caught one pretty early on into our first day. First hour in our first day. Especially after losing one that was slightly bigger than that one. It's always a little bit disappointing. But we got another one in its place, and now I feel great. See if we can keep moving. We're moving down the river right now because we couldn't tell which way it was moving at first. And now we're gonna just continue moving down the river because we're already heading that direction. And although you should usually fly fish upstream, we're gonna do it downstream this time just today because we've already started walking this way, or at least for the first point of fishing today, we're gonna do that. Again, that was caught on this, on the Epiphany. That was caught on the Epiphany rod by Moonshine Rod Company. It is a 10-6 nymphing rod, and it is beautiful. Let's see if we can catch some more.
Yep.
It's pretty hard for us to get a pattern down right now for what these fish are looking for. There's a significant amount of fish in here. We're seeing them everywhere. Some of them are of really good size. We're trying a couple different flies now and a couple different speeds, and we're just not really getting any bites. So I'm thinking that we need to change it back up again and go back to doing some faster moving water. Oh, right when I say that, we've got a decent sized fish jump on the water, right on something on the surface. Come on, fishy, go for my thing on the surface. Enjoy my fly. It's like a mayfly, but it's my fly. All right. Trying to follow those bites that they had on the surface. It's not looking great right now. I made it to the other side, baby. Baby. It's hard to find a good rock. Ooh, there's one. That's so smooth. Ooh. Well, it is the end of the first night of our trip. The first night ever fishing on Stanislaus River. A lot of firsts today. We are gonna keep trying to find fish at the places that we know that they're there and keep trying to get more catches, maybe a different species other than rainbow. Seems like a couple of the other people at the campgrounds have been catching only rainbow trout as well. So we're thinking about maybe hitting a different spot tomorrow that's not connected to our campground and see if we can find some brown trout or maybe some brook trout. Apparently there's some really good sized brown trout around here. So we're gonna go hunting for those and see if we can't get a couple different species here on the Stanislaus River and hopefully at least just get another catch. This is only the first day of 3 weeks. I hope that you get some really good enjoyment from these videos because I'm going to be having an amazing time while I'm out there. So keep watching. Check out our next video coming up soon. We will catch you out on the water next time. Peace.